Hello everyone. Today we shall look into a scenario where we have this particular table where we have IDs, name, respective department and manager IDs. Now we need to find out where we have the manager IDs who has access to at least five different direct reports with respect to this respective employees, right? So in order to find out those managers with at least five direct reports, or you could say five direct access to employees, we'll try to understand and write a query for that. So we'll consider it as a self join. So what I'll write is I'll write select. I'll consider a table which is employee 1 and employee 2. So what I'll do is I'll write employee 2 table as manager name. So I'll write employee 2 name, right? I'll take that first table which is employee 1 as E1, right? I could say E1. I'll write join employee 1 table as E2, right? Now this employee 1 table, this table will consider as employee table, right? And we'll consider the similar table which is manager table, and we'll try to relate this manager ID with that particular employee ID so that we can make a self join, right? Now what we'll do is we'll try to write on condition E1 dot manager ID is equal to E2 dot ID, right? So what we shall do the group by, right? Group by e2 dot name, right? And we'll write a having clause. We'll write having count of e2 dot name which is greater than or equal to 5. So if we run this, if we execute, you could see John is the employee, or you could say the manager who has at least access to five different reports, right, or employees. So similarly, if I just could write the similar query in order to understand the CTE, I'll write it as a method to, right, how to use CTE and create the same thing. For example, I'll write select manager ID, comma, I'll count the employees as CNT from employee 1 table. I'll try to group by manager ID, right? And I'll try to write something called having count of star greater than or equal to 5. So this will showcase me the respective manager ID who has the count of employees who directly reports it to him, and where the count is greater than or equal to 5. And in order to fetch the name from the same table, let me use the CTE, right? I'll write something called as with CTE as, I'll open the parenthesis. Here I'll just close the parenthesis, and here I'll write something called select name from employee 1, or you could say from CTE, right? Even we could write, what we shall do is we'll try to join this employee 1 table with this CTE, right? What I'll do is I'll inner join CTE on, you could say, employee 1 table, right? Dot id is equal to this CTE table dot manager id, right? So that is what we have done. Let us consider this as e1 table. So e1 table dot manager id is equal to e2 table dot id. So in this way we can write that particular query and execute. Here you could see the output same as John, right? So in this way you could practice the queries using self join in order to understand the number of the names of managers in order to find respective employees who has the reporting of employees greater than or equal to 5. So this is all for now. We shall meet in the next video. Thank you.